Good evening, Theorists. I promised a couple different people that I would show you the transition from this to how I like to look for my videos, which would, be pretty. I'm going out to a concert tonight with a girlfriend, so I am definitely wanting to get spruced up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I've been freshly showered and done my hair up. So what I start with is I have some Mary Kay Time Wise moisturizer that I put on my face because I have extremely dry skin. As you can see, it's flaking all over the place. So start with that so that I'm not quite so gross looking and I don't look like, I don't know, like something that stepped out of The Hills Have Eyes, maybe? Not that I've seen that movie. We all know me and my squeamishness. I foresee a lot of fast forwarding of this video when in my future as I'm editing, because this is a very long and involved process and it will not fit on YouTube. Although I do have that whole thing where I can post long videos now. Much to YouTube's dismay, they will discover, I'm sure. My skin is especially thirsty today, so I'm going for 3 dabs of this stuff, I believe. My skin is rebelling at this return of winter. I have so much snow outside of my house right now, it's ridiculous. I may take you to the window later and show you, but right now, to the fun stuff. Alright, I have moisturized skin. It's not a fix-all, but it's a start. So then what I'm going to do is I also have more Mary Kay product. I only have Mary Kay because it was free, and otherwise Mary Kay is expensive, and yeah, it's good. I won't say it's not good, but it's too rich for my blood for something that doesn't really jump out at me. So what I do is I have a pot of the stuff and I just put some in the lid and swirl the brush around. All the guys in the audience are going, "What the fuck do I care?" So, just brush it on the face. I have too much on my brush, which is what happens when I'm trying to be quick, I guess. Way too much on this brush, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, hey, that's not so bad. Sadly, this camera is kind of like washing me out, so you can't really see what this foundation is doing for me, but I guarantee you it's doing wonders for my face because it's ridiculous. I'm kind of evening myself out because I have very red cheeks. Now I'm putting what was left in the lid back into the pot, just tapping it in there. Alright, so there's that. And now I'm going to do some bronzer because my face kind of needs it. I'm a little washed out this winter and I'm not using my paler foundation that I wear when I'm trying to look China doll-ish. So what I'm going to use here is Too Faced Pink Leopard bronzer. This is a trial size I got with a bigger kit. And this stuff you're going to look at and you're going to, oh, it's so Ally. But it's a leopard print and it's bronzer and blush in one. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my brush, which for reference I use e.l.f. brushes because they cost me anywhere from $1 to $3 and are just as good as anything I can buy at Sephora for like $25. The only brush that I don't like from e.l.f. Was I bought a liquid foundation brush and it fell apart on me, and so that was just an issue with the glue. So then what you do here with blush and bronzer is you smile, and then you hit the apples of your cheeks. Go like that. course now I'm coughing because I've got powder in the air from the foundation and from the blush. Worth it. And I kind of put some in the hollows of my cheeks because I have rather accentuated hollows anyway. So I kind of try to bring those out a little bit more. And because this is a nice bronzer and my face is kind of pale, I kind of put some on my forehead to kind of even things out. Not a whole lot, not near as much as I like to put on my cheeks. See? Of course you can't see because I'm washed out, but it's okay. I'm telling you, this is how it is, and that's just how it is. So let me put this away. Alright, now we do my absolute favorite. I'm going to do my eye makeup, which is kind of my thing. It's my specialty. It's what I do. And what I'm going to start with is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which is like the most brilliant thing ever. I got the professional size. It was a Christmas gift to myself. They now come in these tubes. They used to come in, hang on, I have an example. This is a travel size, but they used to come in things like this with wand applicators, and they're really great for actually applying it, but you have so much product left over. I'm dropping things. Afterward that, it's kind of a real shame that you spent money on that giant thing and you only get like 85% of the product out of it. So what I do is I squeeze a little out of the bottle onto my finger. Sometimes I squeeze it right onto my lid, but for today I'm gonna squeeze on my finger, and I'm gonna zoom in here so you can see me doing this rather than turning my head like I have been to look in the mirror that I've got next to the camera. You just kind of dab it on where you want your eyeshadows to stick, because that's what a primer potion is for. What this is going to do is it's going to even out the where I'm going to apply, and it's going to make it stick, and it's really going to make it pop so that my colors aren't going to come out washed out. And I'm going to put a little bit under my eye as well, because the look I'm going to do today is going to smudge some under my eye, and I'm quite satisfied with how well it turns out under the eye because I never put primer potion there. So this is an experiment. We'll see how this goes. And some of you may be noticing now I have no nails. I bite my nails ridiculously short. It's just how I roll. I always have done it. So, oh, and here are those rings that I was telling Magnus about, that he was like, your hands are awesome. So, here's my rings. Alrighty. So that's primer potion, and I'm using for brushes is I have an e.l.f. shadow brush, very plain Jane simple. Cost me $1. I have a, let me check the brand on this, Studio Tools crease brush. It looks a little bit like a paintbrush. This is crease on it, so you know it's a crease brush. That cost me like $2 or $3. It was a Target find. I think it was a Target brand, but I don't know for sure. And then I have this Wonder Brush. That's literally what it's called, the Wonder Brush from Urban Decay. And it's got this little kind of condensed tip on it. This brush usually runs like $17 to $20, and I got it on clearance from probably Hot Look for like $3. So that was a really good investment. If you can find those expensive brushes for cheap, totally go for it. It is so worth it. So, alright, so I have my primer potion on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm using the Urban Decay Naked palette, which is a wonderful collection of neutrals. And, whoops, and an eyeliner thing that I hope I didn't just break. They don't make them with this eyeliner pencil anymore, this double-ended, because they couldn't keep up with production of the pencil and still sell to everybody who wanted it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the color that's called Naked. Colors I'm going to be using are Naked, Virgin, which is on the end here. Let's see, what else am I going to use? I'm going to use Toasted and Dark Horse. So I'm going to start with Naked and put it in the wrong spot because I'm smart. Naked you want to start with up on, from the crease up. Of course I'm facing the wrong direction, but my lighting from on the screen of my camera is not so great. So the right eye will actually look much better when I go to do that, because you'll get a better view of that. So what you do is you put that from the crease up, gives you a good foundation, and then I take Virgin, which is that nice white color, and put it in the upper arch of the brow, and then really blend it in because that's what you use for your dimension, to kind of give your face a little bit of something. Okay, and then I'm cleaning my brush off between here so that my colors don't get too muddled. I use one side of the brush for one color and one for the other. So we start with that, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Toasted color, which is, can't really see it on this thing because it's about the same color as the brush hair. But I'm going to take that and work it from my lid up to my crease. Gives me just a bit of a different foundation from that Naked color. And I'm also going to use the crease brush, that paintbrush, and work it into my crease, which is exactly what this thing was made for. Just take all that color and blend it right in. Double check my work in the mirror. Pretty neat, huh? Kind of lean in here so you can see the difference between my two eyes now. And now I'm going to take that Wonder brush I was telling you about and put some Toasted on that. And this is going to go under the eye, which I can't see real well in the camera. So hopefully you're getting somewhat of a view of what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is making a very fuzzy line, but giving something that kind of will, once the whole look is done, it will blend in pretty well. I'm going to turn the light on and see. Woo! Now I'm all washed out, but let's see if I turn the light down a little bit. Kind of give you a little idea of how that's all turning out. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Wonder brush again, and now I'm going with that Dark Horse color, which is very dark. I'm putting that on my brush. See how dark that is? Got a lot on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking it on the outer corner. I'm going to blend this in a little bit here, but I'm trying to, I haven't really done it this way before, but what I'm trying to do is make a very clear line at the corner. kind of give it a little bit of a pop. Now I'm going to take that dark horse color and put it on my first shadow brush. And now I've fallen victim to something called Fallout here, which has nothing to do with the video game. Just a second. And what you do for Fallout, it's when your eyeshadow kind of falls apart and ends up kind of all over your face. And generally, if you take your fingers to that fallout, those particles, what you're going to do is you're going to end up putting pigment on your face where you don't want it. So what you do is, this is called a fan brush because it's shaped like a fan. And just kind of brush it away, and that kind of gets rid of that. So, alright, so this is what we have so far. I'm actually really pleased with it. But I need that Wonder Brush once more. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to take that dark horse color and extend it to about halfway under my eye. I'm kind of doing a smoky inspired look. I'm sorry, my eye is not even in the frame now. So we have this, that I think is turning out rather well, actually. And now, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take my eyeliner pencil, and what I'm using is this black side of this, but I'm not using that because I have one that I'm currently using that's used to be a full pencil length, and now it's been rather loved. It's called Zero. And what I'm doing is I'm lining the corners, just the inner quarter of my eye, or the outer quarter, I mean. And now I'm making it softer with this Wonder Brush. Kind of was trying to figure out what was going on outside because I got the window open so I can hear everything, and it was kind of loud out there. Just my neighbor leaving. I'm going to darken this up a little bit because I really like how it turned out. Okay, now I'm taking that eyeliner again, and now I'm going to do my waterline. And like, I know I'm not supposed to tug my eye because that's going to give me wrinkles, but I have my contacts in, and when I don't tug my eye down, I end up getting eyeliner on my contact lens, and that's not fun, let me tell you. Now my eye is out of the frame again, I'm sorry. So what that has done is given me a lot of drama there. I know, Huddy and drama, can't believe it. And as I've said many times before, eyeliner is essential. You need it. So here's our comparison between the two sides. Looking rather blah on this half of my face and a little bit nicer on this half. So now we're going to go do the same thing with this half of the face, and hopefully you will get a better look at it this time. Now that I'm not... No, I already put primer on, but I don't normally put it on so early, and it's dry now, and it's not going to really hold the color the way I want it to, so we're going to put more on. I'm doing that thing I hate where I open my mouth while I'm putting makeup on, and I don't need to do that. It's not necessary. It's one of those things that I've seen go around with those little memes, or not a meme, but stupid chain email thing on, why do women always have to have their mouth open while they're putting on eyeliner? Well, we don't. I don't know what it is that makes it an instinct, but it is just an instinct. Alright, so we've got the primer on now. So now I'm going to start with that naked color again, and this time I'm going to do it right. And this is working much better this go around because now I've got my head turned in a direction where you guys can actually see me. Oh, the horror. Okay, and now we're doing that virgin color again. I think the best part I love about YouTube is that there are no comments from the peanut gallery while I say things like I'm wearing virgin white. And y'all can bite me. Yeah, bitches. Alright. So we have my foundation there. Cleaning my brush off, excuse me. So now we're going for that toasted color again. It's going to go on my lid. I'm getting out of focus here, I don't like that. And for whatever reason, my eye always goes fuzzy on that right side when I'm trying to look at myself in the mirror. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to take that crease brush again, load it up with toasted, and work all that into the crease. Now we go back to the Wonder Brush. Except I totally just skipped a step, but that's okay. Because I can go back and fix it. Get rid of that fallout again. But you can kind of see that on that side this time. Forgot to put the toasted color under the eye this time. Would have left things rather lopsided. Kind of trying to judge how even this is. I know this is going to be a shocker, but sometimes I have makeup mistakes and have to fix them. Alright, here we go. There we go, that's a little better. A little more even out. Okay, now I'm going to take that dark horse and rub it in under half my eye to make it nice and fuzzy. Okay, and now we do the eyeliner again. Lining the outer corner. And now taking that Wonder Brush again. Kind of blending it all together. Blurring those lines so we kind of get that smoky look. Now we're going to do that inner line again. So there we go. Now I have both eyes the same, mostly. I hope. Okay. So then now what I'm going to do, if I can find where I put it, is I'm doing mascara. And what I'm using is I'm using a travel size of the Urban Decay Multi-Benefit Skyscraper Mascara, which I really like for this look. It turns out really well. Otherwise, I'm a fan of the Too Faced Pinpoint Mascara. Turns out really nice too. But I'm using all Urban Decay for my eye products, so I'm just kind of sticking with the Urban Decay family right now. So, starting with, I always start with the lower lashes. I don't know why. I'm probably crazy that way. And I go for the upper. This is always especially important after I've done something with a lighter shade for the lid, because if I don't put mascara on, my lashes hold all that color and they turn out very pale, and looking like you don't have lashes is kind of a drag. So there we have the left side. I'm going to do the right, which you're totally not going to be able to see. Because I definitely have to look in the mirror for this. I didn't think of that before. There's the mascara, which was totally worth it, as I think you may see. And I'm gonna finish off with some lipstick, and what I'm gonna use is the e.l.f. Plumping Glaze. So what you do is you start with, it's a double-ended piece, and it's just got a wand. Highly recommend e.l.f. if you're wanting to get started with makeup and you don't want to put a big investment in it, because I have a lot of makeup and it's an investment. It's totally an investment. But e.l.f. makes some fantastic products for like no money. I believe this one cost me like $3. Seriously, I don't think e.l.f. makes anything, a single product, for over $5. They do kits that can cost like $15-20, but there's so much stuff in them. Trying to decide if I want to squeeze some of this off, but I don't think so. So I got this very pretty pink color, and then I have this glaze that what this is going to do is, this is going to plump my lips up. I'm just kind of dotting it on because I don't want to, I try not to get the pink color on the wand, but that did not work out so well this time. And this has like, I want to say it's got peppermint in it because I just got some on my tongue and it's all tingly. So what this is going to do is it's going to plump my lips up and make them a little bit bigger. It probably won't show much because I have very, very, very thin lips. I need a tissue to kind of dab some of this off. Like I have, my upper lip kind of disappears when I smile, so there we go. That is my finished look. So I've gone from drab to fab, hopefully. A little bit of fab. So I hope now that you've kind of seen the process involved with making Huddy look great, or passable at the very least. So, until next time,